Hi, you guys are truly Mrs. Lansford's champions, my winners. Welcome to your math class for Tuesday, May the 17th, 2022. You are amazing just the way you are. Don't let anyone tell you that you are not amazing, because you are. Just like you are, you're amazing. Today, we're learning about adding and subtracting fractions again. We're going to go over it again so that I can solve problems that add or subtract fractions. I'll know I've got it if I can solve problems by adding or subtracting fractions. Don't forget, the top number is the numerator. It starts with NU because it is never under. The bottom number in a fraction is the denominator. It is down, down, down. There was a video that I asked you to watch. It's from a funny teacher. And he shows you how to add and subtract fractions, just like I'm going to show you. If you haven't watched it before this lesson, please pause the lesson, go watch it, and come right back. You'll like it. He's funny. Adding like fractions. If a fraction is, if the denominators are alike, that's why we call them like fractions. When you are adding like fractions, you keep the same denominator and you just add the numerators. 3 plus 2 is 5, and there's your answer. If the denominators are alike, you just keep that denominator and add up the numerators. We practiced yesterday, but let's practice a little bit now. Some kids do get confused and they try to add up the denominators too. Don't do that. Just keep the same denominator for like fractions and then add up the numerators. 2 plus 2 is 4. And there's your answer. Easy. I'm telling you, fractions are easy. Here, both denominators are a 10. So over here, the denominator is going to be a 10. And you just add up the numerators. 6 plus 3 is 9. Here, it's another like fractions. Both of the denominators are 5. So you're going to keep that denominator, and your denominator is going to be 5. And then you're going to add up the numerators. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5/5 is going to be your answer. These are subtraction with like denominators. You do the same thing except you subtract. So we have a 12 and a 12. The denominator is going to be correct, 12. And 5 minus 4 is 1. What's the denominator going to be in this problem? That's right, a 10. And now we're going to subtract the numerators. 5 minus 3 is 2. Boom, done. Your answer. Let's look at these denominators. A 6 and a 6. So what's going to be the denominator? 6. And then 4 minus 1 is 3. Ta-da! Oh, unlike fractions. Here you have a 5 and a 4. They are not alike. So you're going to multiply the denominators. 5 times 4 is 20. That's going to be the denominator in your answer. How did we get to that 20? Well, we took the 5 and we multiplied it by 4. So times 4. And we took the 4 and we multiplied it by 5. So times 5. Then whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So 1 times 4 is, what is 1 times 4? 4. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. We multiplied this 4 by 5, so we have to multiply this 1 by 5. Now we're going to add the 4 and the 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. Yoo-hoo! Let's look at another one. Here are the steps. Multiply the denominator. Use that product for your new denominator. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do the same thing to the top. And then you add up the new numerators. Use that sum for the numerator in your answer. So let's try it again. Let's multiply. Step 1, multiply the denominators. 3, because they're different, they're not alike. So we're going to go 3 times 5 is what? That's going to be your denominator over here. Yes, it is. It's 15. Now we multiply this 3 times the 5. And when we did that, we multiplied the 5 times the 3. So, step 2, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. 5 times 1, or 1 times 5, since we did 3 times 5, 1 times 5, and over here we're going to do 2 times 3, since we multiplied the 5 by 3. Okay, what's 1 times 5? 5. What's 2 times 3? 6. And now we're going to add the 5 and the 6 together. What's 5 plus 6? 11. Boom, done. Oh, I didn't put step 3. I'm going to add the new numerators. Because see, whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top, you get the new numerators. And then you just add them. Boom, done. Wow. Let's try this one. Let's see if you guys can do it. I have a fraction I'm going to try to add, and it has unlike denominators. It is an unlike fraction. What am I going to do first? Multiply the denominators. 6 times 4. What is 6 times 4? 24. We're going to ignore this right now. And then that is your new, that gives you your new denominator, the 24. Now, step 3, whatever you do to the bottom, yes, you have to do to the top. We multiplied this 6 times 4. So we did 6 times 4, and when we did that, it's the same thing as multiplying 4 times 6. Now we have to do that to the top. So we have to multiply 5 times 4, because we did it on the bottom. And over here, we multiplied by 6 on the bottom, so we have to multiply by 6 on the top. Let's figure out our products. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 times 6 is 6. What's 20 plus 6? That's going to be your new numerator. Whatever we do at the bottom, we have to do the top. Add the new numerators. Add the new numerators. And boom, you have it. Now, I know some of your moms and dads will say, hold on a minute. We did not simplify this problem. That's okay. Simplification of fractions is next week. Okay, right now, we're just learning to add and subtract them. That's another lesson. Okay, let's find the sum of the fractions. Step 1. What do we have to do? Multiply the big D's. Multiply the denominators. 8 times 7. Is 56. You're right. I saw some of you getting your poppets out. 8 times 7 is 56. Now, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. I multiplied 8 times 7, and I multiplied the 7 times 8. So, on the top, I have to multiply this numerator by 7. So 4 times 7, and this numerator by 8. So 3 times 8. Excellent. What is 4 times 7? 28. Good job. Plus, what's 3 times 8? You're right. 24. Miss Lansford had to stop and think about it. So I am going to go over here and add the 28 and the 24. 8 plus 4 is 2, is 12. Carry your 1. 4, 5, 52. So our new numerator is going to be 52. Step 2, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. Step 3, add the new numerators. And you got it. Boom. It's that easy. You guys can do this. Good job. Okay, I think this is the last addition. 3 times 10, because we're going to multiply the denominators. 3 times 10 is 30, so that's going to be our new numerator. And when I multiply 3 times 10, I went 3 times 10, and I also went 10 times 3. Now, step 2, whatever you do to the bottom, you tell me the rest of it. That's right, you have to do to the top. This denominator we multiplied by 10, so up here we have to go 2 times 10. This denominator we multiplied by 3, so up here we have to go 2 times 3. What is 2 times 10? 20. Plus, what is 2 times 3? 6. Now, whoa, that's a terrible 6. Now we add 20 plus 6, which is 26. Boom. Done. I think you guys are getting this. Now we're going to be subtracting. It's the same steps as addition, except when you get your new numerators, you subtract them instead of adding them. So, 7 times 9. Let me get my fingers up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 63. So our new denominator is going to be 63 because 7 times 9 is 63. So when I multiplied that, I multiplied this 7 times 9, and I multiplied this 9 times 7. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So on this side, I have to multiply this numerator times 9. And on this side, I have to multiply this numerator times 7. Okay. 5 times 9. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 5 times 9 is 45. Minus 2 times 7. 14. Over here, I'm going to go ahead and write out the 45. I'm going to rewrite 45 minus 14 because that helps me. Let's see, 5 take away 4 is 1. 4 take away 1 is 3. Our numerator is going to be 31. Boom. Done. You're welcome. Okay, here's another one. The denominators are not alike. So we know we have to go to step 1. Multiply the denominators. It will make our new denominator. 5 times 8 is, what is it? Yes, it's 40. So that's our new denominator. Now, I multiplied this 5 times 8, and when I did that, that means that I multiplied this 8 times 5. So now, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So this numerator has to be multiplied by 8. And this numerator has to be multiplied by 5 because we did that to the denominators. Now, I'll put my minus sign there. 1 times 8 is 8. Keep going, silly thing. 1 times 5 is 3. 8, take away 3 is 5. And yes, your parents will be telling you, but you need to reduce that. That's a lesson for next week. I'll teach you how to do that next week. Right now, we're going to leave it like that because you guys are just learning to do this. Here's another one. 9 times, or a 9 and a 4. Can somebody tell me what we do first? What's step 1? What was that? Multiply the denominators. 9 times 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 36. Remember how we learned to use our fingers to do our 9s? 9 times 4 is 36. Now, when I multiplied this 9, I multiplied it by 4. And this 4, I multiplied it by 9. So you're just going to put the other denominator as your multiplication. Then, what's step 2? Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. Correct. So on this fraction, we multiplied the denominator times 4. So now we have to multiply the numerator times 4. On this fraction, we multiplied the denominator by 9. So now we have to multiply the numerator by 9. And let's see what we get. So 3, multiply your numerators. 3 times 4 is 12 minus 1 times 9 is 9. And finally, you're going to, so these are our new numerators. Finally, we're going to subtract the new numerators. 12 minus 9 is 3. Done. Multiply the denominator. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So go ahead and multiply your numerators and then subtract your new numerators. Done. And here's another one. I think this is the last one, I think. What am I going to do? Step 1. Multiply the denominators. 10 times 7. What is 10 times 7? Your new numerator is going to be 70. I multiplied this 10 times 7, and this 7. Multiply the 10 times 7 and the 7 times 10. Okay, now step 2. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So in this fraction, I multiplied the denominator by 7, so I have to multiply the numerator by 7. In this fraction, I multiplied the denominator by 10, so I have to multiply the numerator by 10. Okay, step 3, multiply your numerators. 9 times 7. I'm going to use my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 63. 9 times 7 is 63. And I'm going to cross that out because that's our new numerator. 5 times 10. You're right, it's 50. Whoa. I'm going to cross that out because this is our new numerator. Now we're going to subtract the new numerators. 63 minus 50 is, you're correct, 13. That's your new numerator. Boom, done. Adding and subtracting fractions is easy. Tomorrow we're going to talk about multiplying fractions, and guess what? It's even easier than adding and subtracting them. Woohoo! Mrs. Lansford will be gone to start testing until May the 20th. Oh, I'm crying. I miss you guys. The last day of school is Wednesday, May the 25th. So I'll be at start testing till here. But on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, we are having class and you want to be here. It'll sort of like Celebration Thursday every day. Okay, we will have class on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. You will be marked absent if you don't come. We'll be playing games to review what we've learned this year and saying our goodbyes and playing some fun games too. I will see you on Monday. Woohoo! I am so glad this is the last week. Love you guys. Bye.